Hi everybody, I'm Chef John with the Cutting Edge Classroom. Today I'm going to talk about knife sharpening. So why is it important to keep a knife sharp? Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, for safety. A dull knife will cause you to exert a lot of pressure, which in turn could cause you to cut yourself and cut yourself pretty bad. Your knife could also bounce off the vegetable. Say you're cutting a tomato. We've probably all done this, and your knife isn't real sharp. It could actually slide off the skin of the tomato and cut you. Also, just for speed and accuracy of cutting, you want that knife to be super sharp so that you can get the job done quickly and as accurately and efficiently as you can. So those are all really good reasons to keep your knife sharp and maintained. So what's the best way to sharpen a knife? Well, in my opinion, it's to use one of these. This is a whetstone. And I got this on Amazon. They're not overly expensive. They're really good for medium to commercial use, but you could also use them in your home kitchen. And if you have a good set of knives, you really want to use something like this to maintain them. The cheap ones that you get in the grocery store that you pull the knife through, they're not so great. They don't really sharpen the knife really good. They can damage it as well, and they don't last a whole long time. So the best way to do it is with one of these whetstones. It's called a whetstone because you oil it. So this one has 3 settings. It's got a coarse setting, a medium setting, and a fine setting. And that's, just like think in terms of sandpaper, where you have really coarse sandpaper, you have fine sandpaper. It's kind of the same concept, but it's a stone. So the type of oil you use on these is sharpening stone oil. You can also use any food grade oil like mineral oil as well, will work fine. And you can find that just about anywhere, any grocery store will have it. And what you want to do is you want to put some oil on the stone first. This stone also has a reservoir. If you lift the stone out, there's a reservoir here that will actually hold the oil, and eventually it'll get full enough where when you twist or when you turn the stone, it'll oil itself. This little tool right here is good for beginners. So when you start learning how to use this stone, this will actually show you the angle that you should have your knife. So that'll help you out there. I'm going to take it away because I've done this a few times, so I kind of know what the angle is supposed to look like. You want to place your knife with the heel in this position, fingers here, and pull your knife through the entire stone, just like that. I'm going to do it again. Pull it through, and then flip, and with your non-dominant hand, or your left hand, go back, and do the same thing, keeping that angle and making sure you're carrying all the way through the stone. Then I'm going to switch over to my medium. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just making about 3 passes because I really know that my knife isn't really dull, okay? So I'm just kind of demonstrating. I'm going to wet this fine stone now. And this will just put the finishing edge on it. Same thing. 3 passes and then back. So when you do this, do you have to use a coarse every time? No. If your knife just needs a little bit of sharpening, it's just a little teeny bit dull, use your fine stone. If you sharpen too often or use the coarse too often, you're really going to wear down the metal on your knife. Because, in essence, you are removing metal from the blade when you do this. So you want to be really careful you don't overdo it as well. So if it just needs a touch-up, use the fine or the medium and then fine. If you have pits in the blade, you can see little nicks in there, maybe you banged it on something by mistake, then you might want to go to the coarse blade and then follow through with the rest. So the next step is to hone the knife or to take the edge off. So when you sharpen, you might have a little bit of an edge of the metal that you want to remove, or just kind of just finish up, give it a little touch-up sharpening. You could use a butcher's steel. Now you could use this in 2 different ways, but you always want to start at the heel of the knife and pull through. So this is here for a reason, to keep you from cutting yourself. So you'll run down the hone, you'll hone the knife this way on the steel, then you'll switch to the bottom and you'll go the same way. So you're actually doing both sides of the blade. You can also go away from yourself. So you could start here and push through this way. Either way is fine. Just whatever you're most comfortable with doing. And that will put the finishing touches on your blade. So that's basic knife sharpening. Other than that, you know, when you clean your knives, you want to take some soapy water and maybe a sponge or a cloth, just, you know, clean it up really good, rinse it, dry it, and then store it. And I store my knives on a magnetic bar. I don't like putting them in the drawer. They get kind of banged around and you know, dull that way. Also, you can reach in and cut yourself. So really, that's one of the best ways to keep knives. But that's really basic sharpening 101. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be posting more of these down the road. So have a great day. Thanks for watching.